I am shooting time lapses right now, so I've got a bit of time. On Nick Pritchett's YouTube channel, I'll link that down below, he asked a question that made me think a little bit. He asked, "What is magic to you?" And I thought that I'd take some time and respond to that. And what I've come up with is this little guy right here. And it doesn't look like much, but at the time, that was magic to me. That was given to me as a gift in 1998, 99, thereabouts. And just to give you a little bit of background, I have always been a photographer, as long as I can remember. When I was little, 5 or 6, we didn't have a lot of money. My parents would go to Goodwill. First thing I would do is head to the shelves that had all the cameras. And this was back in the 70s, so it was all film. And beg my parents to buy me a camera. And they didn't have a lot of money. I didn't have any money to speak of. And so it just wasn't in the budget. And they didn't figure it was worth their money to buy me equipment and supplies that I would most likely just waste at that age. I spend a lot of time running around with an empty camera taking pictures, because that's all I could do. Later on, when I got into high school, I finally got a decent camera, and I was taking a fair number of pictures, at least as much as my limited resources would allow. But it was very difficult for me to learn or make any progress in my skill, because it was difficult for me to see the relationship between the camera settings and the results, because I didn't have a darkroom. I couldn't develop any of the film myself, and most of it was color anyway. And so I had to use up a roll of film, which at the time I was very conservative with it because I didn't have much, which could take a month sometimes. And then I'd have to send it in, get it processed, get it back, look at my photos, and then I had no idea what I'd done for those photos. This little Fuji digital camera changed my life. It was magic to me. Once I got that little camera, I could see immediately the difference that the settings made. And from that point on, my photography just took off and exploded. I used the photos from that camera, the 1.5 megapixels camera, to get me into art school. It was those photos that got me into art school. And so that was magic to me, and it's still very much magic to me, especially since I've moved more into video. I'm taking video with these small little cameras that are doing high quality video, pretty darn good, decent sound, and editing them on not the highest end computer, and being able to share them with the world. The idea that someone like me can go out, buy a used camera for $75, edit it on my computer, and put it on YouTube for the world to see. For very minimal expense, I get a fairly high quality video, and that is magic to me. From 1998 to now, this whole digital revolution, which allows me to do the work I've always dreamed of doing, that is magic to me. Anybody watching this, I would love to hear what you have to say, hear your opinions. I've linked Nick's YouTube channel down below. Go ahead and leave a comment on his timeline, and let me know what you think. As always, please subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow.